The foundation of professionalism in Arizona, real estate lies in competency. Every licensee, whether a salesperson or broker, is expected to act with skill, knowledge, and care consistent with the standards of practice within the real estate community. Competency is not merely about knowing how to complete a contract or market a property. It encompasses the ethical, legal, and practical abilities that ensure consumers are protected and the public's trust in the profession is maintained. This principle is rooted in both statute and rule, particularly Commissioner's Rule R4-28-1101H, which mandates that a licensee shall not engage in any conduct or perform any act for which that licensee is not competent. The Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, holds licensees to a high standard because the industry deals with one of the most significant financial and emotional decisions people make: buying or selling property. Competency ensures that licensees can navigate complex transactions, understand the laws that govern real estate, and protect clients from unnecessary risk. A competent licensee knows how to properly handle disclosure, ensure accuracy in advertising, maintain ethical communication, and understand the limitations of their role within the scope of Arizona law. Competency begins with education. To obtain a license, all applicants must complete the state's required pre-licensing coursework and pass the state licensing exam. However, true professional competency extends far beyond initial education. Continuing education, CE, as required under ARS Section 32-2130, ensures that licensees remain informed about new laws, industry practices, and market developments. Every renewal period requires proof of completed CE credits, including courses in contract law, agency, fair housing, disclosure, and legal issues. This requirement reflects the state's commitment to ongoing professional growth. The Commissioner's rules, particularly R4-28-1101I, expand on the obligation of reasonable care. The rule requires that a licensee shall exercise reasonable care to ensure that all material information relevant to the transaction is accurate and communicated to the client. This rule links competency with the duty of care. If a licensee lacks sufficient expertise in a specific area, such as commercial leasing, farm and ranch transactions, or property management, they must not act beyond their ability. Instead, they must seek supervision, assistance, or refer the client to a qualified professional. Consider an example. A residential agent is approached by a commercial developer to help negotiate a long-term retail lease. If the agent has no experience in commercial transactions, they are obligated to disclose their limited knowledge and either work under the direct supervision of an experienced broker or refer the client to someone qualified. Failure to do so could lead to a violation of R4-28-1101H and possible disciplinary action under ARS Section 32-2153A3 for incompetence or negligence. In one disciplinary case, reviewed by ADRI, a salesperson was sanctioned for preparing a complex land exchange contract without understanding the zoning implications, leading to financial harm to the client. This serves as a reminder that competency requires not only confidence, but also humility, the recognition of when to seek help. Competency also extends to professional communication. A competent licensee provides clients with complete and accurate information in a timely manner, avoids misrepresentation, and ensures that documents, disclosures, and contracts are correctly prepared and delivered. Misstating material facts or omitting relevant information violates both the duty of care and the duty of honesty under R4-28-1101A. A competent agent also remains familiar with current market conditions, financing options, and the administrative processes of closing. In short, professional competence ensures the smooth and lawful execution of every stage of a transaction. The courts have reinforced the importance of competency as a fiduciary obligation. In Lombardo versus Albu, 1996, the Arizona Court of Appeals ruled that real estate licensees owe clients a duty of reasonable skill and care, which includes the responsibility to communicate known material facts and assist clients in making informed decisions. The case established that failure to act competently could lead to liability for damages caused by negligence. Competency also requires ethical conduct. Licensees are not only guided by state law, but also by professional standards, such as the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics, which emphasizes honesty, integrity, and fairness in all dealings. Article 11 of the Code specifically requires that realtors shall not undertake to provide specialized professional services concerning a type of property or service that is outside their field of competence unless they engage the assistance of one who is competent. This national standard mirrors Arizona's statutory requirements and reinforces that competence is both a legal and ethical expectation. Designated brokers have a particular responsibility to ensure competency within their offices. Under R4-28-1103A, a broker must establish written policies and procedures to supervise all licensees, review contracts, and ensure agents receive proper training. A broker who fails to provide adequate supervision can be held liable for their agent's errors. For instance, if an agent mishandles earnest money or fails to disclose material information due to lack of training, ADRE may discipline the broker as well for failing to exercise reasonable supervision. In addition to education and supervision, competency is sustained through experience. Each transaction offers an opportunity to develop professional judgment, legal awareness, and problem-solving skills. Competent agents remain proactive, staying current on ADRE bulletins, statutory changes, and court rulings that impact their work. A truly professional licensee approaches every transaction as both a service and a responsibility, ensuring that their actions reflect the highest standards of Arizona real estate practice. Review summary. Competency in real estate is the backbone of public trust and professional integrity. Under R4-28-1101H and R4-28-1101I, Arizona licensees must act with knowledge, skill, and care in all transactions and avoid performing acts beyond their expertise. Competence is maintained through education, supervision, experience, and adherence to ethical standards. Brokers play a key role in ensuring their agents meet these standards through training and oversight. The combination of statutory guidance, commissioner's rules, and court precedent makes it clear that competency is not optional. It is a legal and moral duty that defines the professional identity of every Arizona real estate licensee. Discussion prompts. Why does Arizona law require licensees to operate only within their area of competence? Answer. Because doing otherwise risks harm to the public and violates R4-2-8-1101H, which prohibits performing acts for which a licensee is not qualified. How does continuing education relate to maintaining competency in real estate practice? Answer. It ensures that licensees stay current on changes to laws, forms, and market trends, fulfilling the ongoing obligation under ARS. Paragraph 32-2130. What should a licensee do if asked to handle a transaction outside their expertise? Answer. They should disclose their limitations and either seek supervision from a qualified broker or refer the client to a professional with appropriate experience. Closing remarks. Competency is not simply about knowing how to sell property. It is about embodying professionalism, integrity, and accountability in every transaction. Arizona's real estate laws were written to ensure that consumers are represented by individuals who are knowledgeable, honest, and capable. Every licensee, regardless of experience level, must recognize that true competency is built over time through learning, self-awareness, and ethical practice. In this profession, your reputation is your credential, and competence is what sustains it.